Welcome to Guel Fight Wrestle Hut. I am Andrew Sennedra. This is Mushi Captain Witchfingers, and we're going to be talking about two shows. A Super Saturday that went down August 14th. I know we're a little bit late to the party, but you know we're still going to be talking about New Japan Strong's Resurgence and the mega show that AAA put on as well. Headlined, well, it wasn't headlined, but I guess it was sort of headlined by Kenny Omega and Andrade El Idolo, and we're going to be starting off with that card first. Awesome show from AAA. Opened up with a really cool match with a bunch of like guys who were dressed up as like Marvel superheroes and you know Thanos and Hulk, Spider-Man, a whole bunch of guys. I think Venom was there. But,
yeah, it's interesting to see because like we haven't seen them in a while. Like now we know they went to retirement, and then now they
went to retirement?
Venom, Spider-Man.
Retirement,
and now they become wrestlers. They're beating people up now. They went from protecting the civilians to beating up the civilians.
Yeah, that was a great opener. I liked the Rumble. We got to see, you know, Drago came back. I saw Aramis was there, Mr. Iguana. Like, it was pretty cool. There was a few guys that you noticed that...
Cheeseburger.
There's some guy like you called a cheeseburger. I was trying to figure out who that was. Awesome. But the main focal match that we really want to talk about is this tornado tag match that was just absolutely loaded. You had Laredo Kid teaming with
Hijo del Vikingo.
Hijo del Vikingo. Phoenix and Pentagon, or Penta El Ceremioto, Lucha Brothers, and Brian Cage teaming with the awesome Black Taurus. Awesome matches. This was just wild, non-stop action back and forth. Laredo Kid nailing some high offense early on. You had power and athleticism from Brian Cage and Black Taurus.
Yeah.
They make a wicked tag team because they're both athletic and super powerful. Awesome matches that I've seen both of them in. You get to see Phoenix go a little more full tilt than you would sort of with AEW, sort of bring him back when he was with Lucha Underground. So you get to see him go full tilt because you got him working with Laredo Kid, who does awesome stuff, as well as Hijo del Vikingo, which is ridiculous. He almost can sort of go head to head with Phoenix, as you know, for balancing on the ropes and doing crazy stuff off the turnbuckles and things like that. His ability is just wild. Plus he has, like, I know you mentioned or wanted to mention his surprising strength and some of his spots that he did.
He picked up Taurus. I was like, what the hell? And then he's like, doing his 450s, 630s. I'm like, he's strong and buff.
Which is pretty rare. Yeah, he's not that. He's actually looks smaller than Phoenix, like at least in stature.
Lots of spots. Those are the type of matches that I love. All the fast-paced actions in and out.
Yeah, it's like a high-paced action movie, like that guy with the wife beater in the Building movie, as he would call it. Awesome match from this one. Sort of showed another side from Kenny Omega with Andrade El Idolo in that match. It was much more sort of like hard hitting, like thumping. They like really went ham on each other, like really drilling each other with some heavy stuff. So you know, showing, I don't know if it's I wouldn't say it's a new style from Kenny, because you see the strong style that he would employ over in New Japan, you know, in the past as well. So it was, you know, hit for hit, grapple for grapple type of match, and a little bit of aerial in there as well from both guys.
Yeah, speaking of aerial, did you see that dragon suplex on the top rope? They're not killed that dude.
Killing each other, yeah, and Andrade doing what he does with, was it the moonsault, and then following
the moonsault, and then
the secondary moonsault. But yeah, overall it was a pretty solid card.
We even saw the return of Ric Flair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, geezer.
Him and Conan sort of going, you know, chop for chop. Or actually, I don't think Conan got in any offense on that. But I don't know if this is signs of things to come. We just saw Conan in AEW. Does that mean Ric Flair is going to be showing up to AEW or something? He doesn't want that. But yeah, overall, I think it was a pretty solid card. So putting that on our grading scale, where would you put that on the grading scale? You got good, great, awesome, amazing, spectacular, and fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
What does that mean? We don't have a pretty good. Well, for me, I would say because of the tornado match, I think that really, you know, the tornado tag match really elevated for me. So I'd probably at least I want to say I give it a great because of that match. I just felt like there was just so much to really watch and listen and check out on that match. The next we want to talk about New Japan Strong's Resurgence, where they got to show like a lot of their young guys, Ren Narita and Carl Fredericks, and all these type of guys that they've been producing in New Japan Strong, trying to bring them up. One match I want to get to just before we leap into like the more main event style matches with like Moxley and Jay White. I just want to mention Moose versus Tomohiro Ishii was pretty impressive. Not just because they were like going head to head, you know, bang for bang, whatever you want to say. It's like, but Moose is just like athleticism, and everything he did in that match was just very impressive. I just wanted to throw that in.
Oh man, he's like tough as hell. He took all Moose's beatings and came back and took the W for the win.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. I liked a lot of surprises in Resurgence. You know, Will Ospreay comes out of nowhere, starts talking trash.
He's bashing everybody.
Going after AEW. Guerrillas of Destiny, GOD, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa come out and get in the faces of Gallows and Anderson. So it's cool to see these guys in New Japan. Maybe they'll show up in AEW. Just so much that's unexpected that can happen. So it's going to be really exciting to see what happens between all these promotions sort of interlining, because he had like AEW guys, obviously New Japan guys, but TJP, who's, you know, in MLW, Moose from Impact. You have all kinds of guys that were on this card. But let's get into a couple of matches first. We got Jay White versus David Finley, which is awesome. Classic Jay White, mix of technical stuff, tricks, accidental funny moments, match psychology. You know, it slows down, speeds up, slows down, speeds up. He makes a story with the ref. He does enough where the fans can hear you. He just does a lot of little things that makes the match, whether it's 20, 30, 40 minutes, just entertaining throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a good match, a good back and forth between the two. And I always love Jay White. He's always making funny noises. He's yelling at the ref. You never know what he's going to do next.
So he's screaming about his hair. He's pulling on his hair. Yeah, it's just he does all kinds of things that makes the match really interesting and stuff. You wanted to mention briefly about like the John Moxley's mystery partner.
Oh yeah,
versus Gallows and Anderson.
This guy promises me like one partner, and then I get some like disappointed old geezer. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? I don't know.
How can I promise something I don't even know? I was just thinking about somebody he had, you know, Moxley said he hadn't tagged in a long time, and I just thought maybe it was Sami Callihan. But
not quite.
I don't know. I'll just throw out speculation, and he buys everything like the mark he is. And the last match of the night was for the New Japan US title with Archer and Hiroshi Tanahashi, which was a pretty hard-hitting, long, intense match. Very brutal. Tanahashi really took a lot of quite a beating throughout this match and showed great longevity, toughness, still went hard and had great cardio even up until the end. So, you know, this guy shows why he's, you know, he might not be at the top, but shows why he's always sort of up there in these bigger matches, title matches, bigger names. It's because of what he can do, not just against everybody, but the longevity and everything he can put into a match. It's quite impressive, especially against a guy that can thump and just rock you as much as Lance Archer can.
Yeah, it's funny because Archer like killed him like so many times, and then he's like yelling at the ref or the timekeeper to ring the bell. He's like, I won! Just ring the bell! He's like dead inside. Ring the bell!
Yeah, so overall, like, I thought Resurgence was pretty cool, especially for, like, you know, New Japan Strong just putting on something, showcasing, like, their young guys, a mix of different characters, different wrestlers from all over the place. So it was pretty cool. I hope they do more of these. It's a pretty, you know, solid show. So how would you grade it on our grading system from good, great, awesome, amazing, spectacular, and fantastique? Where would you have it?
Again, it's good.
You didn't say that last time. But anyways, I'm going to go with the good. I'm going to go with this one maybe a little harder. You know, I didn't quite have a tornado tag match to spruce it up. But, you know, definitely a good. But I'm a hard grader because, you know, I'm a hard dude. And, you know, I've been knighted as a hard dude from the man of Sweden. And coming up soon, later this week, we're going to do our first special sort of prognosticating video on the AEW's All Out. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. And I'm going to put some links down below if I can find some of these matches. Go back. I know maybe not a lot of people were able to, knew these were going on. So I'm going to try to put some of that down below for you guys to check out in the description. Also take a look, check out my other channels, and feel free if you want to support our channel. And, we have links down below for that as well. So until next time, folks, heavy wrestling.
What's that mean? Kick, throw out, and kick back out. Kick and push. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, you wrote it.
Do you remember that happening in the match? What the hell? Did you put her notes? Dying in the corner. Turnbuckle. When switchblade. Wait. Dying in the corner. Turnbuckle. When switchblade. Double by ref. Hounding to. I have no idea what I'm saying. I have no notes. These notes are useless.